It was in 1999 when the German Bundeswehr entered post-war Kosovo in the framework of its KFOR mission and was allocated responsibility over the region of Prizren. Since then, the city has been connected to and associated with Germany, a connection which through the years has always been a positive and amicable one. The German KFOR troops established its base camp in the eastern suburb of Prizren, in a camp that had already been used for military purposes for a long time. The Germans started to use the camp in 1999, and since then have invested more than 41.4 million euros in building measures, such as the construction of accommodation buildings and a canteen. Today, the camp is 39 hectares in size. It consists of 3 administrative buildings, 10 function buildings, 13 maintenance buildings, 2 workshop sheds, a sports facility, 11 recreation facilities, a hospital, and 23 accommodation buildings. The infrastructure of the camp is among the best in the whole of Kosovo. However, as a result of the efforts achieved in the 20-year peace-building and peacekeeping process in that region, it has been decided that the mission in Prizren shall end as of the 1st of January 2019. The German Bundeswehr will leave the Prizren base camp, and the premises will be handed over to its owner, the Republic of Kosovo. Roughly 60 buildings that can currently be found on the camp will be handed over in a ready-to-operate state. Given the immense potential of this situation, Kosovo and Germany contemplated together how the camp could be used in a way which benefits the region and Kosovo as a whole. A feasibility study, commissioned by BMZ and BMVG and implemented by GIZ, evaluated the ways in which the camp could be put to a continuous and sustainable civilian use that will have a real social and economic impact. To answer this question, 5 fields have been identified that are in line with the key priorities of German-Kosovar economic cooperation, and that make use of the great potential of not only the vacated infrastructure of the camp, but also the opportunities and strengths that Kosovo, and especially the region of Prizren, have to offer. 1. Innovation, ICT, and entrepreneurship. The sector of information and communication technology, ICT, is one of the fastest growing sectors in Kosovo, which offers real export potential. Given its well-connected location and size, Prizren itself, as well as the ready-to-operate buildings of the vacated KFOR camp, may serve as a highly attractive business location for companies within that sector, but also for startups in other sectors. 2. Agriculture. Agriculture is the dominant activity in rural areas in Kosovo, but there is a need for farmers to improve their agricultural business activities. This, together with the aim of the Kosovar Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Rural Development to establish an Agriculture Innovation and Knowledge Centre in Prizren, makes the field of agriculture, and, for example, specifically the area of food processing, a promising sector that should be considered in any civilian use of the KFOR camp in Prizren. 3. VET and non-formal education. There is a strong interest from private sector companies for professionally qualified employees in Kosovo, but the vocational education and training offers do not match the requirements of the labour market. Therefore, VET and non-formal education offers tailored to the needs of businesses in Prizren will be a huge benefit for employers and job seekers alike. 4. Science and research. Study and research opportunities do exist in Prizren, but their quality and their connection with the private sector are insufficient. The strengthening of the research sector and the intensification of the relationship between science and the private sector are therefore a mission that could most efficiently be tackled through the inclusion of the University of Prizren or other academic institutions in any plans concerning the continuous use of the KFOR camp. 5. Tourism and culture. Prizren is known to be the tourism hotspot of Kosovo. It offers not only an immensely rich cultural heritage, but also a vibrant festival scene, as well as many opportunities for nature tourism and activities. Therefore, tourism and culture offer wide potentials for any civilian use of the KFOR camp. So how can these 5 fields be combined in the most effective way? Inspiration to answer this question comes from the model of science and technology parks, so-called STPs, and one specific example of an STP, namely Adelshof in Berlin, Germany. This science and technology park connects knowledge-based companies with research institutions. It is home to numerous innovative businesses, university faculties, research institutions, a nature park, a residential area, and a commercial centre with offices, hotels, restaurants and shops, and thereby serves as a working place for more than 5,000 employees. We've adapted this model according to the specific needs and potentials of Prizren, the KFOR camp, and the 5 identified potential fields. The result is this. Imagine an innovation and training park in which we give space to stakeholders from the 5 identified fields and create an environment that enables them to strengthen their activities and to establish synergies between each other. German and Kosovar businesses will be able to create jobs, commercialize innovations from R&D activities, boost the economy, and offer possibilities for VET and internships. Dual vocational education schools and training centres will be able to provide vocational education and training tailored to the needs of the labour market and could closely cooperate with businesses settled in the park. Knowledge and innovation centres will be able to foster innovation, link research and industry, and enhance the R&D activities of companies. Business incubators and makerspaces for youth will be able to provide adequate equipment and expertise for students, graduates, and aspiring entrepreneurs, and promote entrepreneurial activity and intersector interaction and partnerships. Research institutions or faculties from the University of Prizren will be able to provide high-quality theoretical and practical education tailored to the needs of the labour market, and establish links to industry for their students through collaboration in the form of internships, research, etc. Civil society actors of related fields will be able to provide non-formal education as well as social and cultural activities, and other recreational services, such as markets, cafes, etc., will contribute to the park becoming a meeting point for citizens, students, entrepreneurs and tourists. As a benchmark for Kosovar-German cooperation, an innovation and training park will most effectively combine the 5 identified promising fields and thereby strengthen not only Prizren, but Kosovo as a whole.